Well,
Hi there.
you're
It's-
wearing red glasses again.
We're the twins. Bob's the
Yeah,
twin.
I'm wearing red glasses.
Yeah.
How did that work
And
out?
a red shirt and a blue
Yeah,
shirt.
well, yeah, and we're blending into the background.
Fall scenery.
Yeah, what did you ever really think you were going to see fall?
No,
We went through the longest, hottest summer on
it
record
was really unbearable.
here in
It
Texas.
was, I mean, you just wanted to stay in the house and hibernate.
Yeah, it is so refreshing to finally get some decent temperatures, breezes.
You're right.
The trees are changing colors. I mean, a lot more so up north for those that are watching and listening to us from the northern part of the country and all. It must be incredible up there, but to a little lesser degree here in Texas and all. We do have a lot of maple trees and oak trees and all, and they shed their leaves, and
Yes, you do.
it's nice to see that. And
It is, but then you got to pick them up.
or you get a blower. Or
Do
now,
we have a blower with one of those things on the back?
well, no, we just need to blow it into a corner and then you lift it up and put it in a bag, but you don't have those old days where you had to literally rake your entire yard. And although when we were kids, you could put it in an incinerator and you could burn the
That's what we
leaves,
did.
and that was just an
That was
amazing
great. I loved that.
aroma.
Loved that.
You know, but then they outlawed that and said you had to start bagging all your.
But there are blowers that have the vacuums attachment.
There are blowers that are blower vacuum combination, and even those that will not only suck up all the leaves, but mulch it into a bag, so you could almost do an entire yard in one bag.
With everything you have in the garage, how come we don't have one of those?
Well, we don't have that big of a yard.
We have trees,
But-
but everybody else's trees blow into our
But
yard.
We also have Gustavo. So Gustavo blows all the leaves into the corner, and then,
Yeah, and who picks them up?
well, either we
Who
pick
picks
them up
them
or sometimes we pay Gustavo to do it.
You know that show we were just doing that talked about age?
Yeah,
Well, we're at that age.
we're at the no pick up the leaves
Right.
age.
But if you had the blower, you could go out, do it yourself, and they picks them up, and then you put it in the
Well, we-
recyclable bag.
We also did a show about tolerance. And I have no tolerance for my neighbor across the street, who he goes out and just blows all the leaves into the street.
Well, that's why we have leaves in our yard, because they blow from his house. So, and I have no tolerance for raking anymore and picking up.
Really? It's not that bad, although
It's not that bad. Who does it?
and we don't have that many trees. The problem is the leaves that we end up raking up are not our leaves. They're from neighbors' trees.
That's correct.
Yeah,
So why do I have to
So-
keep picking them up?
I didn't tell you to.
Oh, you did.
No,
You rake them and I end up picking them up. And why are we both doing
but
that?
because it's togetherness.
I could think of lots of other things we could do as
I
a
rake them,
married
and
couple. And that is not
then raking
the
and
greatest
picking up
thing
leaves.
to do.
But isn't raking and picking up leaves better than shoveling snow?
Shoveling snow is kind of like vacuuming to me. You know, it gets quiet outside and it melts. So if I know I put it there, I'm not really picking it
Well-
up. It's just gonna melt in that corner.
Well, more so in Texas than
Yeah, we don't get
than
that much.
back in Chicago.
Yeah, or you go out and you throw some salt on. Well, we don't have salt.
In Chicago, you
But-
you shovel it and it melts
And it
Yeah.
refreezes.
in April or May.
Well, yeah, but here we don't get all that.
No, everything shuts down when we do get it.
But I guess I finally found something else that we can disagree with.
What? Fall?
Yeah, picking up the leaves and getting an attachment to our blower.
But every season has its good points and its drawbacks.
But I know, but I
mean,
like fall.
spring, everybody says, oh, I love the spring,
Mhm.
the flowers are in bloom and everything. Yeah, and it's allergy season.
And you pick up weeds and you have to
And-
cut back all of your landscape.
That's right.
That's right.
And in the
so-
summertime, you have to put up with the ungodly heat and humidity.
But
And then you watch all your beautiful flowers die because they don't get enough rain.
right.
Then the fall comes around and you don't like it because while the leaves are very pretty,
They are, I love it.
you have to rake them up and get rid of them.
So, but that is such an easy fix. That's what I'm trying to say. For the money that you pay a landscaper to do it,
Go out and buy one of those.
yeah, and spend less amount of money.
Stuck them up mulching,
Yeah, well,
blower.
I didn't know they mulched it too. Boy, I'd be there. We could go after the show. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
Lowe's, here we come. No, it's, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, not so
So
bad.
you can still have Gustavo blow them all into the corner, and then all we have to do is go out and suck it up, mulch them and bag it.
That's okay. I'm there with you.
You wouldn't rather just give Gustavo an extra $20 and let him?
No,
Pick 'em
because you
up
know
and bag
why?
'em?
Do you know why, Stuart?
Why?
Because 10 minutes later, the magnolia tree and the
Well,
crepe myrtles are just like dropping stuff
That's
again.
the darndest thing about the fall.
And
The
then,
leaves come off of the trees and you have to rake them up, and then you know what? You get more leaves.
but also your neighbors. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The neighbor that you don't like across the street, it comes into our area because they don't have to do anything. They wait for the wind to blow.
Right.
And then it blows into for some reason, because we're on a hill, it blows up there.
One of these days you may read about this huge tree that suddenly fell into the street.
That's not nice. All of a sudden, just like on a whim, it fell into the street.
Yes, midnight vigilantes.
No, but I do like the fall, and the only other thing too, the time changes for us. Not, it doesn't change everywhere in the United States.
In most places it does, but you know, the time change is okay because it's fall, you set your clocks back an hour.
Yeah,
So, you know, but you know, that means that normally when it got dark at 7 o'clock in the evening, now it's going to get dark earlier, which means at evening drive time, it's going to be darker. But
yeah,
the other side is going to be a little lighter in the morning for the kids going to school.
yeah, yeah.
So it's a trade-off, but I just enjoy the fall from the cooler temperatures and the brisk
Yes,
breezes.
yes.
And you know, I miss it more so from when we lived in Chicago, because you could go out walking in the forest preserves and go crunch, crunch, crunch through the leaves
Yeah.
on the
No, I
paths,
agree.
and there was just something very, very special about
You're
that.
right. Yeah, I do agree with that. I do like it, and they are beautiful. Um,
And we
But-
used to rake up the leaves and all, and then the kids would jump into them.
yeah, I remember.
You know,
I did.
I
I
used to do
jumped
that
into
as
them.
kids too, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but no, you can't burn them
Can't-
anymore, and
And we can't do that
yeah,
anymore either.
no, no. Well, we could walk in them.
We could walk in them, but you jump in the leaves, that's where I'm gonna remain until springtime.
No, that's not
Call
true.
911 to pick me up and get me out of the leaves.
Not true. But now I know why my friends, when I was growing up down the block, had a sun lamp. Could never figure out what that thing was in their room, and then they explained it was a sun lamp, and I thought, what do you need a sun lamp for? But as the days got shorter in the Midwest, I guess the family didn't like it, and they needed the sun. I guess it was depressing to them, and the mom and the dad and the girls, they had a sun lamp and they would sit under it for a few minutes each day. Did you ever hear about sun lamp?
You mean to get a suntan?
Well, I don't think most people used sun lamps for a suntan. It was just to get the extra rays to make them happier, because there is such a thing as sitting under a sun lamp. And I don't know the right words. It's the rays that do
Invigorating
stuff.
or something?
Yes, and it invigorates you, and it clears your mind, and it makes you a happier person.
You know what? I have never heard that in my entire life.
Seriously?
No.
Yeah.
To use
It
a
was a big thing
sun
growing
lamp?
up.
The only thing
Yeah.
we used sun lamps for was to keep the food warm.
That's a heat lamp.
Well, it
That's
was
not a
basically
sun
the same
lamp.
thing.
But no, it looks like a reading light. I thought it was a reading light in their room. Looks like a reading light for reading on a stand.
Yeah.
I know it was
But it's
sun
a
lamp.
sun lamp?
Yeah,
So what's the difference between a lamp and a sun lamp and a heating lamp?
well, heating
They all
lamp is
give
for the
off light.
food. No, it's for food to keep it warm in a
And in the
restaurant.
wintertime, you use the heat lamp to stay warm too.
You do have heaters, outside heaters at the restaurants in the colder climates.
Yeah,
But this is actually like sunlight that you can't get in the Midwest or in the Northern Territories
but
because,
that's not what people go into booths, tanning booths and
no, that's
everything to,
different. That is definitely a tan.
and that,
This
but
is
that's
a
not a
tan.
sun lamp.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if maybe they don't make, I don't know if they make sun lamps anymore. They may not because maybe it's because of the rays. I don't know. They still make, I haven't Googled sun lamps. You just brought that, you just made me remember that.
Okay, well, I guess we'll have to Google sun lamps to see
Yeah,
if there's
maybe somebody out there
any, you know,
has heard of that.
advantageous advantage to having a sun lamp now.
Yeah, now, well, now you could maybe go outside, but again, they don't like you to because of the melanoma and the skin cancer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I had
back
a,
then you didn't think about it.
I had a lava lamp once.
It's still a little different still.
Well, that
You
was-
can still get lava lamps, they still make them.
Yeah, and that also mellowed you out and made you feel good.
Are you sure it was just a lava lamp that made you feel good?
You know, and peripherals.
Yeah, okay,
So,
I think we're done.
so, well, let's go, well, we'll sign off and we'll go.
We're going to over to Lowe's or somewhere.
To
Walmart.
look for a blower, a vacuum mulcher
The
combination
whole kit and caboodle.
and maybe they'll have a sun lamp there too.
Never know.
We'll check that out
You
too.
never know.
You check us out again next week at 1 o'clock on Thursday, okay? Go make it a good one.
Bye, guys.